Alright, what's going on everybody? I am Player PJ. What you're watching right now is actually me playing the game in the middle of the night, trying to get some side quests done. So I'll just watch over this and tell you guys what I've done so far.
As if losing our homes wasn't bad enough. We have to see Mongols in them as well.
I've seen too many homes raided, burned to the ground.
They took a home nearby a few days ago. The man who lived there won't leave the area. He keeps begging for help.
I'll try and find him.
My husband wants to fight back. Fool has a
So the reason why I'm just doing a little voiceover instead of actually showing you the parts that I've played so far was I have the itch to just get better at this game and do as much as I can in my own time. But I can't have the face cam or mic on while the rest of my family is sleeping upstairs because I make too much noise. So on some parts, I am just going to play the game on my own, edit out all of the blank spaces and just keep the highlights in, and just commentate over it, show you guys what I've done so far.
I'll never forget the day he was killed. I could have saved my father. If only I was older, stronger. If I wasn't so afraid.
So the hot springs are actually really important because they increase your maximum HP. Not by much though. That was only like a pube hair that went up, but the more you can find, the better.
my lord. This path is dangerous.
So I went out exploring to different areas, some prefectures, and just some of the areas that were labeled as unknown, just to at least unlock them, see what's going on here.
Dangerous for a samurai, but not a priestess. What are you doing here?
My duty, tending the shrines. When the war ends, people will need these torii gates to mark their path, so they can find the Shinto shrines and pray for the kami's protection.
We could use their protection now.
Yes, but the paths are too treacherous. I tried to visit the nearby shrine, almost fell to my death.
Maybe I can reach it. As a boy, I climbed every tree and cliff around my village.
If you get there in one piece, pray for our island, and take an omamori charm for yourself. Wear it close, and the charm will change your fate.
And perhaps the fate of our home. Thank you.
Follow the torii gates. They will lead you to shrines all across our island, and the omamori charms that rest there.
Be brave, Banta! We'll save you, my boy! Stop it, you animals!
After talking to the maiden, I kind of veered off to this area and saw this.
They've taken the bridge!
Tell me.
We were running for Hiyoshi Springs. The bridge looked safe, but the Mongols were in the ravine. They started shooting from below.
Someone's injured.
Banta! My brother's boy!
They're using him as bait. Tell your family to stay clear of the bridge. I'll stop this.
So there's always going to be hidden side missions or quests when you just veer off on your own. And some of them you actually have to unlock by talking to some of the NPCs. And then they'll get targeted on your map, in which you can follow. And apparently this was one of those missions. But I'm pretty sure I just stumbled upon this. I could have been tracking it or tracking another quest. But that's how I was able to find this place. And it's good because you can work on your stealth. Or at least that's what I thought going into this game. And I think this is the first time I ever did an air assassination.
Jin. We looked him in the eye with courage. And cowards strike from the shadows.
Forgive me, Uncle.
So I just try my best around this area to clear out of the Mongols. And I'm pretty sure all these guys just had bows and arrows. So I wanted to try and practice my archery skills too. And my aim was off. I could not hit people to save my life. I only barely got this guy, and then I just realized I ran out of arrows, so I was like, alright, I'm gonna just do this the old-fashioned way. I'm gonna do this a hard way. swim against them, but then I was just getting shot left and right trying to catch these guys. None of these guys had swords. So it was just people who had long-range weapons and me, since I had no arrows, trying to fight these guys off with short-range weapons. But I'm a beast with it! I had to be super tactical though, because it's easy to get hit. It doesn't really matter if all of them are alerting them to be like, I'm about to shoot right now! When there's like 20 guys shooting at the same time. I got barely dodged that one. And climbing was a bit tricky too. But if it gives me the option to air assassinate, and I'll take that chance. Over here, I remember I tried climbing down and I couldn't, so I just landed on my back going all the way down. So I got angry at this point. And then I got even more angry because I got stuck on a branch. I couldn't even hit the guy. Yeah, I finally did. Looking back at this, I just realized how stupid of a fight this was. Like, both sides are looking like fools. I'm getting shot with arrows. I'm getting stuck on branches. These guys only have bows and arrows. Oh my goodness. I'm having second thoughts. I'm actually uploading this. Because I could go straight to the next gameplay, but... Oh, Jesus. But there's actually a lot of things that I actually want to keep in. Simply for the fact that it's important, I feel like. And I wish I had gotten this, or at least showcased this when I actually had the face cam and voice cam on, but nah, it is what it is.
They stop shooting!
It is over. Go to your family.
Thank you, my lord. The bridge is clear.
All of these side missions are fun though, and they are rewarding. You don't get much out of them, but it's enough.
The Mongols are gone.
Did they scream?
Their suffering isn't your concern. Take your family to Hiyoshi Springs. These roads are dangerous.
We will. Thank you.
So these things give you a little extra technique points, and it also adds to your tails as well. And some of them give you other rewards like charms and stuff. So this is what I mean over here by talking to NPCs.
My lord, I hear samurai are skilled in the art of haiku.
I wouldn't call myself skilled, but yes, I write them.
There's a poet in Hiyoshi Springs. Said he once wrote with your uncle. I'm sure he has much to share.
I'll be sure to check on him.
So these things just add missions on your waypoint on your map, or like hidden
Perhaps
areas.
I can better your bow.
Over here is the first time meeting the Boyer.
I can make sure your bow is in the best possible condition.
Whatever you can do, I'd appreciate it.
The honor is mine. Just bring me the raw materials I need, and leave the rest to me. You lack the required materials. Very sorry.
I know, I'm broke. Shut up, bitch. Over here is actually meeting the person who leads the hot springs, or at least showcases it to you.
You must be weary from battle. Come, soak in the healing waters of these hot springs. Replenish your strength for the challenges to come.
I must be at my best for all of them.
Then follow me, my lord.
So apparently there's a lot of hot springs across Tsushima Island.
Bathing into hot springs restores your spirit, and if you make a habit of it, the waters will grant you a long and prosperous life.
But we're only in the first portion of Tsushima. There's two separate areas going north of the island, which we haven't touched yet, so...
Enter here. The waters are warm and clean.
I'm just waiting to get the rest of those hot springs, because it really doesn't increase your HP by much, only little by little. And there's certain missions that can actually increase your HP as well, but I'm not sure which ones exactly.
Mother spent her last weeks in the hot springs. Even then, she'd never get her hair wet.
Little by little, are we increasing our HP?
Such an improvement. Surely we will triumph over our enemies.
I feel ready to take on the whole Mongol army. Thank you.
It was my pleasure. There are hot springs all over the island. Make use of them. Take time to heal and reflect. The practice will keep your body ready for battle, my lord.
Have you seen the birds, Lord Sakai?
What birds are you looking for?
The golden ones. Songs that remind you of more peaceful times.
Ah, they were my mother's favorite. She used to say they knew our island better than any other creature.
I believe it, my lord. If it weren't so dangerous, I'd follow one. See where the golden bird leads me.
Maybe I'll do just that. But you should wait until our home is safe once more.
I will, Lord Sakai. Thank you.
It's probably going to be a regular thing that I do, keeping shorter episodes in here, of just me free roaming everywhere.
Are you hunting for Shigenori's heavenly strike as well, my lord?
That technique is only one of myth.
The musician Yamado insists the myth is real.
I'm not surprised. People often speak of his stories with excitement.
I heard the tale near Komatsu Forge. If it's as powerful as the story claims, let's hope you never face the technique in battle.
That's going to be a foreshadow for some of our future missions coming up. Now, this is one of the more exciting things that I wanted to showcase. At the start of the game, there was a couple of areas that I was scared to go to because it was occupied by the Mongols. But over here, we have the proper tools and skills to at least take them on and clear the area off. So I was thinking about going in stealthily, but I had to practice fighting.
Come here and fight!
So I wanted to stand off if I could. My logic was that since I was just playing in the middle of the night on my own and I technically didn't have anyone watching me or I wasn't recording, that I'd be a little bit more level-headed. And I will say, knowing that I'm not recording, it did help a lot. Because I didn't have to talk, I didn't really have to think. And I can actually have fun and play this game on my own. My fighting naturally got a lot more better. Stealth has always been okay because I was raised playing Assassin's Creed, so it's second nature to be stealthy now, but the combat, I still had trouble. Even with me not recording over here. And it was mostly because of the dodge, which I still had at left alt, so you can still see I'm clicking out of the game still. And I was getting used to the keybinds, but I still didn't like the placement of where it was in game because I kept on hitting out of like either escape or out of the window screen. So eventually I changed the key binding into something that made a little bit more sense. And I ended up choosing the keybind on my mouse on the left side button. So that way, at least when I'm striking and then when I need to dodge, it's not interfering with WASD or Q, which is what I need to either hold block in my defensive stance or move out of the way. But if I could play it stealthy every chance I get, I still did it. Because it's the easiest way to gain resolve.
This is how we win.
And it takes out enemies a lot more faster. So that's exactly what I did. And this guy over here, I didn't know at the time. But this is the Mongol leader. Well, not Kutan Khan, but like a warlord. So the ruler of the area. And I thought he was just like a grunt because he didn't have too much HP on him. 2 strikes and he was almost down. And I took off, or I took on his buddy. And got him with the quickness. And yeah, I didn't even realize I was a leader until I took him down at the time. And I was like, whoa, cool. But then I saw that I needed one more leader to kill to unlock the water stance. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I might need to do that. So I went to the second area over here. The last place with the travelers in, and now this is the dojo, which is very fortified. So I had to go in quietly because they had dogs. And this was my first time encountering dogs. And I didn't really know how to deal with them. Granted, I actually didn't deal with them in this part over there. I actually didn't fight them or make contact with them at all. I just focused on all of the people who were patrolling the area. So I utilized the bow and arrow pretty efficiently. I tried to go for headshots because even though I did upgrade the bow on my free time, if you shoot them in the body and they have enough armor, they actually don't go down in one hit. Like, you have to go for a headshot. You can see over there, I tried to shoot one of the dogs, and I immediately put the bow away because I was like, dude, if these dogs find me, I don't know how they're gonna react. I feel like I'm gonna alert the whole place. So I backed out, and I went to sneak in through the open part of the fort. So I'm trapped in between them because those dogs, they're so close. Surprised they didn't sniff me out. So I had to make a run for it inside of the fort if I wanted to take this place down. And my only goal here was simple. I didn't want to go into open combat because there's a lot of guys. And they are close. And they're surrounding me. So I had to make a plan, which was assassinate as many of them as I can, lower down their numbers, and then eventually go into open combat because I know it's going to happen. I'm going to get spotted one way or another. So I tried to stay hidden, and I made sure to fill up all of my arrows, and I was just going for headshots on anyone who was in the open, and anybody who had their backs turned towards me, or away from me, sorry. Just stab them in the neck. I actually didn't know what my goal was to liberate this place, by the way. I was just following the icons that were kind of telling me to collect stuff. But I had to kill everybody in my sight. Could not risk anybody seeing me. This is where I found the objectives. So to liberate these places, you actually have to take away the banners, if I'm not mistaken. So over here I see another guy, kind of just chilling. I'm taking the aim over here, and he almost saw me, so I had to go straight for the head. Then I see his buddy just chilling on the bench over there. And this was a bit shaky. I'm trying to line up the headshot, and I couldn't. But I got so lucky. Mouse sensitivity is a lot more harder. So over there I see the second flag, and I see one guy who was on the other side of the door. And I wanted to take him out before I got the flag, but it wasn't giving me a prompt to assassinate. And then somebody saw me from outside, and I panicked. I opened the door, I started slicing. And then at that point I was like, you know what? Alright, we're in open combat. I'm sure I killed enough guys to not worry about being overrun. And I'm confident in my fighting skills as I get stabbed in the back. Oh my goodness. But at this point, I changed the key bindings at this point, I think. Because I was rolling like crazy. That's the first thing I remembered. I kept on hitting dodge every chance I get just to practice it. And I had so much trouble with guys with either spears or shields, which was, you know, the majority of the Mongolian army. But you can see over here, I'm rolling, I'm dodging, I'm covered in mud. I like that feature, by the way. And this has got to be a note to self for future reference. I got to kill the guys. I got to kill the archery guys first. because they're the easiest to kill, but the most annoying guys to deal with. You could be in a flow state fighting these guys. Oh, I get an achievement right there. Staggering 50 enemies. But you could be in a flow state fighting these guys, be on a kill streak, and then you can just get shot by an arrow by one of these guys, and it just ruins it. So note to self, next time I'm fighting, take care of the arrow guys, because they come out of nowhere just like that. It took me a while to find this guy, and he was just on top of a watchtower. For some reason, these guys don't carry any other secondary weapons, so you can just kill them. After that, I got the rest of the flags, and to liberate this place, you have to destroy their black powder stash. So you have to ignite that bitch, and then let it explode. I remember in that moment, I thought I was too close and actually died. This is the best part though. Once you clear everyone out, the warlord comes in, which is their leader, and you get to duel him. And this is a proper duel. No other enemies who can flank you in the back. No fake samurai claiming that they're a samurai who wants to duel you just to save face. No, this is a real fight. My only concern was that this guy had a big ass shield, and I have trouble breaking people's defense. So I had to get creative. The first half of the fight, I'm getting rocked. I'm trying to use the heavy to pierce the shield, and he's kicking me. You can see I'm not breaking through his defense at all. So I'm getting sliced up. And then I noticed this. So he dodges. Or sorry, he hits me and I dodge. And then I hit him in the back. And I was like, you know what? If I can't break through his defense, that's going to be my tactic. Let him hit me, sweep, and then give him back shots. That was my main tactic to fight this guy since he had a big shield. His back was always open, so you just gotta weave. Yeah, you can see I'm trying to break his shield, but ultimately, I stab him in the back. And that was enough leaders to kill to unlock the water stance, which is essential for guys like this. So this gives you a literal different type of stance. Like Jin holds a sword above his head, and you can actually unleash a fury of heavy attacks. Like they're fast, which is something I desperately needed. So we liberated the dojo, which was honestly so much fun. I kind of wish I did play this with the face cam on, but it is what it is. And then we upgraded our legend to the People's Hope. And that's what actually increases your HP a lot. Over here you get a new ghost weapon.
Incense mixed with black powder creates thick smoke. Enough to blind my enemies.
And you actually get choices, but I chose a smoke bomb because I knew that was my main weakness. Fighting enemies one-on-one, I can at least focus on one guy, and my reflexes, for the most part, are on point. But when I'm surrounded, I tend to panic. So if I do get surrounded, at least I have an option to at least throw the smoke bomb down and then figure out what to do from there. Either just run or keep on slicing them. And there I am after the fight, all muddied, but my mustache is clean for some reason.
All of them wiped out.
Lord Sakai, you must do something. It's Kii's Sake Brewery in Azamo.
That brewery is the pride of Tsushima. I remember the first time I tried Kii's sake.
Soon there will be none left. The Mongols are taking it by force.
I'll see what I can do.
Next portion, I just tried unlocking more missions. So I went back to the Golden Temple to see what's going on here.
You seem troubled. What's wrong?
I saw a terrible battle near Kuta Farmstead. Bandits and Mongols slaughtering each other.
Normally I'd let them tear into each other all they want. But the violence may put others in danger. Keep away from there. I'll have a look.
all the Kami died in battle.
My lord! You made it!
This is the guy with the baby at the very start of the game.
Poor man.
I came straight here. Stayed off the roads. Just like you said, Lord Sakai.
I'm glad you got here safely. How is your little one holding up?
He's braver than his father. People didn't believe it when I told them a samurai sent us here.
Take care of yourself. And the little one.
The people here don't have much to offer. But we'll do everything we can to help. See that? I told you. There's always hope.
Do you know of any supplies in the area?
No, my lord. But Kami will lend you aid if you pay your respects. Find the Torii gates, follow them to a shrine, and take what is offered.
They say a charm blessed by Kami can change one's fate. I could use that kind of help.
Next video comes out soon, so stay tuned.